you're a part of it now. You're making an old-timey star pointer. You're all set? All right, good. So we will get started. Oh, welcome. So pat yourself in the back. You folks came out to our first in-person Geauga Skywatchers in far too long, and we're glad that you're here because we're actually going to make something. You folks are all going to make and keep one of these. Ooh. Although it was worth it. Ooh, come on. Ooh. Okay. This is what people back in the Steam Age used instead of phones. Where the sky. It's called a star. We're gonna make, and it's made out of fun stuff like cardboard and a paper straw. But old-timey ones, like this one in my picture here, this is one that's in the Smithsonian Museum in Washington. They were made out of cool old-timey stuff like cardboard and metal and stuff like that. But it would help you point out where something was in the sky. So if you wanted to know where a certain star was, or if you saw a star and you wanted to know what that star was, you had very few choices back in the olden days. You couldn't just hold your phone up to it and say, ooh, which star is that? Oh, so here's how these things work. All right, I'm going to make this a little easier to see. Hang on a moment. I'm just going to turn off one of these lights. Sorry, it's going to make it a little darker. Is that okay? Not too dark, but not too bright? Okay. I love these things. These things are amazing. So while you folks are all cutting out your circles and squares, I thought we'd show a few quick pictures of this, and then we'll get back to building. Oh, good stuff. Oh, yeah. So we're going to be cutting out a bunch of circles and squares. There's a big one, which is kind of sky blue. There's a medium one, which is sort of green. And there's a small one, which is yellow. And we're just trimming those out. So we made it out of paper and cardboard because it's easy for us to make a whole lot of those. And we didn't know how many folks would join in. So we were like, oh, we can make a whole bunch of these out of paper and cardboard. But in the olden days, folks made them out of all kinds of cool stuff. Ooh. Oh, that's worth an ooh. Ooh. I know. So in the old days, if you were in your log cabin or your old-timey house and you wanted to figure out what the stars were, one of my favorites was this cool old wooden one. Oh, nice. This was in a handbook that was given to school teachers back in the 1800s and early 1900s. And it had a guide to building one of these on your own. It was like, oh, okay, cut out some wood in this shape. And then it gave you a traceable diagram because you had to trace it. There were no photocopiers back then and no printers. And then you could use it to figure out and point to what a certain star was. And you could also get fancy pants ones. Like I said, this is the one that's in the Smithsonian. You could buy that from an actual astronomy company. But this is one of my other favorite local history things. Ooh, in the 1950s, an inventor named Charles Merchant, made this cool cardboard one that you could order as a kit. And you'll never guess where Charles Merchant lived on planet Earth. That's a good guess. Not so far. He lived in Cleveland. And I think he ran this business out of his house where it was like, oh, okay, we'll send you this stuff that looks like it was punched out of a puzzle, jigsaw puzzle cardboard. And then you could use it to locate where in the sky something was. That's so cool. Sorry, I think it's really neat. Okay, here's the big idea. So anytime anybody anywhere on planet Earth is trying to point at something particular in the stars, whether you're trying to point a telescope or just trying to point your hand, they use a map of the sky. Ooh. Oh, that was worth an ooh. Ooh. It is. It's a lot of stars. But you guys are going to get a copy of this at the very end. It's on brown paper in the back. We'll get it later. Good stuff. And so you might say, oh, I want to look at this star here in Taurus. And just like on a map on Earth, you can look up two numbers to figure out where something was. So if you're looking up a location on a map on the Earth, there's two numbers to tell you where you are. Anybody know what they are? They both start with the letter L. Go ahead.
X and Y?
They're basically X and Y. Hi, 2.5. Nice. They're a kind of an X and a Y. They're called latitude and longitude. And you would do the exact same thing in the sky, except for no good reason, sky latitude and sky longitude are called declination and right ascension. But whatever, they're sky latitude and sky longitude. You would look at those two numbers, and then you could just dial your telescope to those two numbers, and it was automatically pointed at the thing you wanted to see. So what we're making are really similar to two other things that you might have seen that look kind of like this. Number one is a sundial. Ooh. Raise your hand if you've ever seen a sundial. Nice, yeah.
There's a huge one in the front of Observatory Park.
Air high five, nicely done. So those things are great, and they work the same way as a star pointer, but it's kind of like they do the reverse thing. On a sundial, you know where the thing you want to see is. It's the sun. And you know where you are, but you want to know something different. What does a sundial tell you? I'm going to pick out somebody new. What do we learn from a sundial? Go ahead. It's a good guess, but the most useful thing a sundial tells us, go ahead.
It tells us
What time it is. It's like a clock that uses the sun and its shadow as a clock. It's kind of cool. So a sundial uses something you already know, and it tells you what time it is. Star pointers, you have to tell it what time it is, and it'll tell you what that thing in the sky is. So that's the downside. You have to know what time it is to use your star pointer. Oh, good stuff. And if this seems kind of old-timey and cool, and nobody actually uses them anymore, that's kind of true. But it's also kind of not true, because we still use something very similar to this inside the guts of telescopes. Oh, so here's one of the telescopes at Observatory Park. That's the big white thing. And this blue thing is the stick, the axle that holds it up. That's a giant chunk of concrete that helps hold it into place. But inside the guts of the telescope, there's something almost exactly like one of these star pointers to tell the telescope where it's pointed. Here's a picture of me climbing up the ladder, and we took the cover off the thing, and there's a big wheel the size of a dinner plate next to what looks like a Jolly Rancher made of metal with a wire coming out of it. And that's what tells it where the telescope is pointed. It's kind of cool. And I had to go in there because a spider had gotten in between the wheel and the sensor and it wasn't working. So, good luck, spider. Nice. You might have seen something else that's kind of like a star pointer. Have you ever seen one of these thingies? Oh, look. I brought one. Ooh. Yeah! Well played, Aaron. So I love these things and they're super useful. They're a map of what's going on in the entire sky. But to use them, you have to tell it what day and what time it is. Hang on, I'm going to set this down just for a moment. So you twist it. On the outside, it's got a bunch of dates. And on the inside, it has a bunch of times. And you twist it until they match up. And then this little blue picture here shows you what the whole sky's worth of stars should look like. And you're like, oh, that's kind of great. We should be able to see Orion and Gemini tonight. But it doesn't tell you where to look for those things. You then have to find them all on your own. Star pointers kind of do the same thing. They say, okay, you set some dials to the right date and time on the bottom, and the stick will automatically point to the star that you're looking for. It's kind of fun. And I think it's just kind of cool that it does all of this, and it needs no computers, electronics, or gyroscopes. It just works based on cardboard and you supplying it some details. And so, like I said, they used to give this in a handbook that they would give to teachers when they went out to their log cabin schools. And they're like, all right, just trace this out, cut out some wood, and bang, you'll be able to point your stick or a telescope at anything you want in the sky. Kind of cool. Ooh, go ahead, my friend. I love the hand.
Since it's made out of paper and cardboard,
Mm-hmm.
can we decorate it?
You absolutely can, and you definitely should, because it's going to look kind of boring and plain when we make ours. So I just thought that was kind of a cool old one. And, just to show that they're not 100% out of date, even in the 20th century, even in the age of spaceships and computers, they would still give them to astronauts. Astronaut John Glenn, when he orbited the Earth, they gave him a cardboard computer. This is what computers looked like in 1962. They were pieces of cardboard with holes cut out of them. And they gave him a star map so that if he got lost, he could figure out where his spaceship was using his star pointer. And because the cardboard never runs out of batteries and it's not affected by power outages, it'll work as long as it doesn't get wet. Good. And it's kind of like this. There was a Cleveland inventor named Charles Merchant, and he invented a bunch of cool stuff, like a keyboard for practicing that would light up what keys you were supposed to press to play with your song. I know, but he also made this cool kit where you could get a cardboard star pointer, and use it to figure out what's going on in the sky. And I thought that was so cool that we should make a version of that ourselves. Okay, you guys ready to build them? Oh, good. We should have all our circles cut out by now. So I'm going to put our lights back on. Ooh. I know, so great. Isn't it so bright? Okay. So what we're going to start with is the base of our star pointer, this thing here that it sits on. And it's got a big square and then 3 wheels, a big one, a medium one, and a small one. And they're blue, green, and yellow. And I made them that color because, you know, green is in between blue and yellow. I had a good plan at least once. Nice. And our goal is we're going to stack them one on top of the other. And then at the end, if you guys look really carefully, we're going to put one of those metal screws to hold them all together through the middle. Okay, so if you've got all your circles cut out, my next suggestion, I'm sorry, I'm going to set my microphone down for a moment. Can I borrow yours? Yeah. Is we want to punch out just a little bit of a hole in the middle. And my favorite way to do that is if you sort of fold it, but you don't have to really crease it, right on that circle. And then take your scissors and make, go ahead, a tiny little snip there. The tiniest snip you could make. Great. And then turn it a little bit, about 90 degrees for you grown-ups, and make a second snip. Nice. And when you open it back up, it looks like you sliced a tiny little X into the center of your circle. And that's going to make it easy for you to poke your metal screw through later on. Great stuff. And we're going to do that for all 3 circles.
What about the square?
And the square. Go ahead. All 3 circles and the square.
Wait, where do we put it on the little circle?
I'm betting you can guess.
Where do you think?
Where do you think?
Right here.
Right in the middle. You got it. Right where that little X is in the middle. I'm just grabbing these. Oh, I like this. So much fabricating going on. Oh, good stuff. Very nice. That looks pretty good. All right. Yellow one too. Blue, green, yellow, and also your purple square. There's a that one needs a little X cut out of its middle as well. All right, there's your screw. We will fix that. There's your screw. Oh, you've got your screw. You've got your screw. Wonderful. I'm just checking on screws while we make our things. You've got your screw. Wonderful. You've got your screw. You've got your screw. Great. Oh, I love it. I'll put these back on the supply table. Oh, what's that? It's all right. Some of us might be ahead faster. Yeah. Little X right in the center of each one. She's getting there. Give her a moment. Golly. I like it. Oh, nice. Looking good. All right. And so then once you've got X's put in the middle of those, you might check your 3 cardboard circles. I made these over at the Bainbridge Library where they have the imagination station. Oh, yeah. And so I told the machine, can you please cut me out a bunch of 3-inch circles with a hole in the middle? And it did, with a laser. Just, I was like, oh, that was so great. It saved so much time. And we made a 4-inch circle, a 3-inch circle, and a 2-inch circle. But you might notice the middle hole might need to be punched out a little bit. The laser may not have 100% cut through it. Oh, nice. So you probably guessed what's coming next. There's a big paper circle, a medium paper circle, a small paper circle, and a big cardboard circle, a medium cardboard circle, and a small cardboard circle. You bet we're going to make a sandwich. That looks a lot like what I'm showing up here. Nice. So you put down a layer of like our big circle, and then put the blue paper on top of it. Yeah, we'll do the glue in a moment. But first we're going to do what's called a dry fit, where without glue we make sure everything lines up and we don't need to trim anything or punch any new holes. Great. And then on top of that, you put your medium cardboard circle. And then on top of that, you put your green paper circle. And then on top of that, you put your small cardboard circle. Oh my goodness, so many layers to this sandwich. And on the very top is your yellow paper circle. Oh, nice. And, oh, no problem. That's okay. Yeah, this is just a test fit. Nice. And then once you've tested all those together, go ahead and check your screw. May I borrow this? These are a fancy kind of screw. They're called binding posts. Ooh. I know, and they're usually used for making books and holding them together, but it's two parts. If you unscrew it, there's what looks like a regular screw and what looks like an inside-out screw. You can see right through it. And so we're going to unscrew them, and we'll take the fatter part, the part that doesn't look like a regular screw, and you can see through it in the middle, and see if you can, hi, welcome, welcome, press punch that, oh no, through all the center holes of every layer of your sandwich. And you might have to press really hard. And if you got really lucky, everything lines up perfectly. Oh, nice. That's why we're testing this without the glue. That looks great. Just make sure it all fits together.
On the bottom?
Yeah, either way is good. Like I said, we'll be approaching from both sides with the two parts of the screw. And you might need to wiggle things to get them to line up. All right. If they're lined up and all looking pretty good, nice. All right, what we're gonna do, ready, is we're gonna take it apart, and this time we're gonna glue each piece of paper to its circle. And we don't wanna go nuts. We don't want so much glue that everything gets stuck together. We want them to still be able to twist. Just make sure the big circle is glued to the big cardboard circle, and the medium one's glued to the medium one. Did it line up? Hey, that looks pretty good. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna pop it apart, and we'll glue yellow to this, green to that, blue to that one. Nice work. Looking good. And like I said, yeah, you can go light on the glue. We need just enough for it to hold the paper together.
You happy with that?
Nice job. I like it. And if we get too much glue, it'll glue all the layers of our sandwich together permanently. But we don't want that. We want things to be able to turn. That looks great.
Now do we have to take off?
Yeah, you just pull out the screw and we'll glue each piece of paper to its piece of cardboard. Oh, okay. You want to go grab another one? Sorry about that. Here, I'll take the broken one, or the not working one. I'll put that in a special pile. I'm so sorry? Oh, never. Ah, here's our trick. Ready? Here, you push from the other side. Give it a push. Push! Looking good. I like it. Oh, these look so great. Oh, nice. Yeah, what they're doing is gluing each one. There's a green one that gets glued to that, blue to the big one, and the circle gets glued to that. Oh, I'm so sorry. The square. I misspoke. The purple square gets glued to the square.
Got it.
I get glued to that. That gets glued to that. Good stuff.
One you brought with you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll take that away.
It's okay.
Looking good. Oh, your choice. It won't affect how it works. It's purely aesthetic, purely cosmetic. It'll affect how it looks, but not how it works.
What will?
Oh, whether you glue the paper to the brown side of the cardboard or the black side of the cardboard. I just love this stuff. This looks like what they make the backs of tablets out of, or jigsaw puzzles. Oh, yes. And the laser just burned right through it. That was so much fun.
So then do we glue this to this?
Nope. Make sure, yeah, you just glue one piece of paper to one piece of cardboard. You should never glue two pieces of cardboard together. Then it won't spin. Yours looks pretty good. Nice. All right, next step for you is make sure your center hole lines up and you can glue the square to the cardboard square. The paper square to the cardboard square.
Does the paper square have to move too?
No, the paper square just needs to make sure its hole lines up with that screw. Good point. The square is the stable thing at the bottom. It never moves.
Does it matter which piece is on?
Nope.
Okay.
It should be roughly symmetrical. Yeah, fingers crossed. Within the tolerance of wiggle cardboard. That looks great. Yeah, and when you're ready, we want, oh yeah, the paper square gets glued on, and make sure that hole matches that hole so that you can still push things through the middle. It's okay if there's a little extra room at the edges. What we want to make sure is that the hole lines up with the hole. Good stuff. Oh, nice. You want to try? Yeah, we can glue our square.
I think I can make
Just-
my whole.
Oh, sure. Just make sure your square or your hole lines up with that hole. It's okay if the edges don't match up. It doesn't need to be pretty, but we need that hole to line up with the hole. Hey, looking good. All right. So if you've let your glue dry a little bit, you can try and put your sandwich back together, just like up here. Purple square at the bottom, then big blue square, then medium circle, then little circle. Yeah, you're making them from big to smallest. That way nothing is covered up and invisible. Oh, nice. Oh, you folks are tearing this up. I love it. Ooh, so cool. What's that?
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's fine.
This is how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, it's just there to make sure they all twist. Like I say, if you press it through, it'll stick up. That's fine. And whether it's the screw end or the hollow end, that doesn't matter. As long as they're all on the same pin.
Okay.
It just needs to spin. It's just there to be an axle. No problem. Looking good. Oh, nice. And if you're already finished, you can chillax for a few seconds.
Wait, but then
Oh, it's
this
not-
part won't screw on because this part is too far.
Oh, okay. So ready? There's an easy fix for that. Ready? All right. I'll hold it steady. All right. Can you press that one through? It's all right. Our screw needs to go on a diet, or our holes need to get a little fatter. Okay, wait. I'm going to use the edge of the table. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Wow, there we go. All right. Can you screw in your screw now? Looks good. Oh, I love this. This is amazing. So many well-assembled thingies. And this is where those of us who are really students of antique technology will recognize this looks a lot like a slide rule. Ah, yes. The good old days when you did math with a piece of paper and a ruler. I'm just kidding. I never did that. Ah, nice. But it sounds like a whole lot of fun. That looks great. Look at that. Nice job. And then just make sure you give each circle a spin. Make sure none of them got glued together by mistake. Now's a good time to find out whether or not anything got stuck together. Wonderful. I love this. These are all...
It spins.
Look at that. I thought you were going to spin it on one finger. Do it again. Whee! I love it. Those are looking good. Hey, it looks great. And all your circles spin?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, good. But they don't spin too crazy. That's good. We did a test version of this. This is inside baseball, but we used a standard hole punch to punch all the holes, and we found out that the hole punch is slightly wider than the screws, so everything was just sliding around willy-nilly. And I'm like, ooh, that's too loose. That's why we drilled the holes in the cardboard. So, ooh, fun stuff. Oh, nice. That looks great. Let's see. Our green one spins. Our blue one spins. Our yellow one spins. That's awesome. Pat yourselves in the back. You folks have made it through the hard part. You've assembled the whole base, and that's going to be like the floor of your Starfinder. All right. Oh, go
We
ahead.
don't have the other part.
Exactly what I was going to... Oh, air high five. People are going to think I hired you to ask that. Now we're going to work on this part. This is the upright part, because when we build it, the idea is once we set it down, we'll be able to spin this, and it'll tell you, oh, okay, your star's kind of that way, but we also need to know how far it is north and south. The round part tells us east and west. This will tell us north and south. So we're going to build this vertical part. Okay, to get the vertical parts for your star map, we're going to go to the table over here that has the video camera on it, and we'll get one of each supply. No problem. It's all right. Camera can stay. All right, ready? We will need one of these things, one of those, one straw, good stuff. I'll get this
We
out of the
also
way.
need another one of these.
Yeah, you might want to grab one of these circles, and then there's one other circle over there, if you please.
Do you need kind of
Oh, wait, I think I already need those.
Yeah.
What about the map?
Oh, we'll get those later.
Yeah, I think we need one of each or just one of...
Yeah, same just like with the last one. You'll need the hollow part and the screw part.
Okay.
Good stuff. And a straw. Thanks. Here we go. Nope. There should be everything you need. The drill is just there in case anybody glued their thing together and we need to re-punch the holes.
Those we don't need.
Oh, the screws? Sure, yeah. We'll need those.
And both parts. I got it.
Yep. Nice job. All right, once you got everything.
One of each?
One of each, if you please. Thanks, thanks. Plus... Oh, our stack of large circles took a walkabout. Oh, there they are. Thanks.
Got it. Yes, I need
Oh, there they are. Don't worry about us. Thanks. And one of those. Thanks. Hi. Oh, that would be so helpful. Thank you. There, that'll free up my hands. Welcome, welcome. Good stuff. Grab your supplies. Oh, and don't forget a straw.
Oh, she got
Oh, you already got them. Never mind then. Good stuff. And I'm going to grab one of each just so I can make a demonstration. Thanks. Good stuff. Oh, sure, yeah.
Things from you. Just take 2.
Thanks, thanks. Yeah, here, wait. I'll set them back here where they belong. I'll grab them if anybody needs an extra one. All right. So our next part of this, we've got a little bit more cutting out to do. But you folks are probably used to it. So this one, we're going to be a little careful. There's a half circle, a semicircle. Ooh. So if you please, we're just going to cut out along the curvy part. But I want you to, if you please, don't cut all the way across the top. Leave a little bit of that extra paper. And I'm going to show you on this one. That little bit of extra paper at the top is going to give you somewhere to attach your straw. So it's not the end of the world if you trim it really slow, but leave a little extra room up here so you've got some room for your straw. See what I mean? A little room at the non-curvy part so you can attach your straw later. So when you're trimming it out, trim that part real tight, but leave a little paper up there.
Like this?
Beautiful! Oh, that looks wonderful. So it looks like, yeah, a semicircle with a little bit of a rectangle stuck onto it. Oh, good stuff. All right. And you folks have probably guessed what you do where there's this little X in the middle of your semicircle. You're going to cut. Yeah, you've got it. That looks beautiful. So we're going to, same thing, we're going to cut a little X there with the fold and cut trick, because that's where the screw is going to poke through. That looks pretty good. Nice. That is great. Right there. I wouldn't go any thinner than that. Any thinner, any skinnier. All right, ready? We'll make an X. Go ahead and give it a tiny little snip there. Great. And another tiny little snip. Looks good. All right. Good times. I like that. Oh, and here's a circle. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Looking good, right? Nice. Extra pieces. I've got surprise bonus pieces.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, thanks. Surprise bonus piece. Nice job. All right, surprise bonus pieces. Surprise bonus piece. All right. So it is kind of cool, right? So if you check your semicircle, may I pick on yours? Mm-hmm. Your semicircle should match the nice piece of cardboard I gave you. They should be about the same size. You might have another one that's a lot bigger or a lot smaller, but they should be about the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about the 3-inch diameter circle for those of you with rulers.
Do we glue it on?
You bet. We're going to glue it on. And same deal. We don't want to get so crazy with the glue that things get stuck together. But you're just going to glue your semicircle to your 3-inch circle.
Do you have more of that size?
Sure.
I missed one.
We got more of all sizes. No problem. I think there was a brief moment where somebody had the whole stack. We're all good now. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, these are looking so great.
I accidentally glued the...
Oh, that's no problem. That should be okay. That glue will dry and it won't make us any problems. I predict this will not be a problem. Oh, good stuff. But I've made a lot of predictions before. I don't know. Oh, nice. You guys are tearing through these things.
Make sure it doesn't actually stick right or make it.
Nice job. So we're going to make, once you're done, eventually we're going to make another sandwich. You'll need your upright thingy, which should have a hole drilled in it near the top. And you might want to re-poke your screw through there and see if it remembers that it had a hole poked through it. Yeah, you might really need to do some reminding. It'll remember that there's a hole there. So yeah, poke your screw on through just to remind it there's a hole there. Nice. Yeah, just in case your hole might be nice and clean. Some of the holes like this one, they're kind of hard there. So we'll just poke our whole screw through just to remind it there's a hole there. Yeah. Oh, you guys are tearing this up and I love it. Good stuff. Oh, nice. Oh, hey, look at that. It's something to look through. I love it. All right. So here's our next sandwich. Our next sandwich, like we've got here, we're going to start with our big rectangular upright piece. That's going to be the bottom layer of our sandwich. And then put on your piece of cardboard with your glued on protractor yellow circle. Make sure those center holes line up and see if you can poke your screw through those. And this is where, when we did this as a test, nice. Yeah, exactly. One on top, poke your screw through the middle of both. Exactly, we just want it to be able to twist. Looks good? Nice. All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah, give it a good push. Some of them need a really good push. Looking good. All right, I think you guys are all looking pretty nice here. All right, and then if that fits, go ahead and screw in the second part of your binding post screw. Oh, you ready? Here's my trick. If you set this one up on the floor, table, whatever this thing is called, ready? All right, push down real hard. All right, same thing before. Like you're restarting its heart.
I don't think the hole's big enough.
I think it went through. You ready to find out? All right, see if you can put your screw into there. That's how we'll know if the hole's big enough.
Get it? Down, sister.
You're good. Nice. Looking good. Oh, good troubleshooting. Troubles came up and you shot them down. Nice. I like it. Oh, nice. And you've already figured out how to tighten your screw if you need to. If you want, though, just ask. And I got a screwdriver. If your screw needs a little extra tightening and you can't get it with your finger, let us know. We'll bring around one of our screwdrivers. That looks pretty good. So yeah, we want our thing to spin, but not spin too crazy. Like this is a little bit loose. If yours doesn't spin that much, you're probably pretty good. You want it to feel a little bit stiff, a little bit hard to turn. And if yours is spinning crazy loose like mine, I don't think anybody has my problem. That looks pretty good. If it's loose, what we'll do is, see this giant square that I put on the back? It's like a washer. It's just there to take up space and make it fatter and hold things together. So that's totally optional. Looks like you guys don't need that extra circle. It's just like me. Its whole job is to take up space.
What about this little one?
Nice, same thing. That was there to take up even more space. So yeah, sometimes not all the cardboard is the same thickness, even though they're supposed to be the same thickness. So we found out some people had really thin ones, some people had really fat ones. That looks perfect. Yeah, if it doesn't just spin like a wheel, that looks perfect. Beautiful. I love it, and it looks really cool. Thanks. May I borrow your screwdriver? So if you really want to tighten it, you could use the screwdriver.
Okay, so I'm good like this?
Absolutely, yeah. If it's not spinning like crazy, you guys are good. I think when we did our test, I think we had a batch of really thin cardboard. You folks had good supplies, so pat yourselves on the back. All right, our last bit is we're gonna add our straw. And our straw is gonna be what you can look through to see your star, or at least see where your thing is pointed. So if you want it to more or less line up with that nice line across the top of your yellow semicircle.
My straw's kind of bent.
Oh, grab another one. We brought dozens of them. Good stuff. And if you want, you can glue it on, or we brought tape in case you want to tape it on.
I'll get tape.
Like I say, if you've got the thing, then you should be all set if you've got your glue. If not, where's my tape? There's my tape. Awesome. We got tape back here on the supply table. Let me get these ready here. Tape, tape, tape. Thanks, my friend. Tape. Followed by also tape. Thank you, thank you. All right, there you go. And a little bit more tape. Thanks. Good stuff. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Hey, that looks pretty good. Yeah, you just don't want it to be like if your line's pointed that way, you don't want your straw like that. You want them parallel. You want them to look like they point in the same place.
Can I go?
That might stick it together. Maybe try somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah, not taping it to the metal might. I'm just worried that taping it to the metal might make it not spin.
Oh my.
Oh, it pulled up some of that. Ooh, we'll grab you a new piece of tape. I'll take that old one. Thanks.
I'll do it this way.
Looking good. Oh, I love it.
I found my star.
Hey!
You're not paying attention.
Looking good.
I think I grabbed too much.
Nice. Now this part's optional, but I think it's kind of fun. Like on our old-timey star pointers, they would put a big pointy arrow at the end to help you remember which way it's pointed. It's usually pretty obvious because it's pointed up at the stars and not down at the ground. But if you want to add a rad triangle to the end of your stick, you can cut out a triangle from any of those other paper scraps we've got and tape or glue it to the end of your straw. Which end of the straw? I'm glad you asked. If you lay it down so that you can read the words, put it on this side, the one on the right.
Which this one?
There, yeah, and we'll put our triangle on this end.
side?
Hang on. Yep. You got it. If you're reading the words, it'll be on the right side. So that side right there.
Wait, so on the minus side?
You bet.
The minus side.
The minus side. On the minus side, this side, that side. Lovely. Looking good. Yeah, and if you want to add a triangle, it goes on that end. Good stuff. Nice. Oh man, you guys are amazing. Ooh, those really do add panache and style. And now you can tell which one is yours. Because I mean, before they all looked identical.
We're the same.
Nice! Oh, except for you two, you're gonna have to write your names on it or something. Oh, good stuff. Looking good. So great. Oh, nice. And you're totally sensing what's coming next. You're right. Eventually, we'll want your buddy to sit on there. And this is where it can help to push the screw down. This is gonna work. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is. That way there's room for your friend to sit on there. Ta-da! We cut a little out there so that, it doesn't trip on the screw. But it helps if you push your screw all the way down as far as possible.
I can spin it around.
I'm gonna say, or let's see. Oh no! It might be able to fit. Like I said, check yours. You should be good. Oh, nice.
Go the other way.
No,
This on top then?
not at all. You can flip it around, or the other thing is if we push hard enough, it'll go through. There. It's just cardboard. And like I said, if it sticks up a little, it's no big deal because you just we cut little legs so that it can stand on there.
Okay.
Great. Look at that. These are so wonderful. I love them. And so, yeah, you've totally guessed what the next step is going to be is we're going to make your upright part. Ooh, can I pick on yours? This is so beautiful. I love it. Oh, it has these little legs. We're going to make it stand on the yellow circle. Ah, nice. And you can even tell there's a faint arrow on the black line on the yellow one. It'll match where your arrow was pointed. Oh, nice. Pretty cool. That way you can read all the words at the same time. If you find you have to flip it around to read the words, you put it on backwards. Nice. So cool. All right. Nice. Oh, this is what we're gonna do next. We're gonna stick that on there. Nice. Looking good. All right. So to help it stand up, we need to kind of reinforce it. And so if you look at mine, I'm gonna bring mine around. You can see we gave it little pieces of cardboard at the feet to help the upright part stand on the yellow circle. See what I mean? All right. Da-da-da. And no matter how hard I tried, I could not make the glue sticks strong enough to hold this together. So instead, we're going to use my favorite tool in the entire crafting universe. We're going to use the hot glue gun. Ah, yes. So the hot glue gun is in the back because that's where the outlet is. And so I can only do one at a time. So if you want, you can come over one at a time. I know we might have to do a little bit of waiting, but that's okay. You can finish customizing yours or put away your paper scraps while you wait. Oh, I love it. Nice. And if not, when you're ready to put them together, I'll meet you back here and we'll hot glue your stand-up part to your base. It's gonna be the best. How's it going? Lovely, fantastic, amazing. All right, so ready? We're gonna have you hold that. And I'm gonna be super careful because I don't wanna glue all your moving parts together. You ready? Reinforce. All right, and another one. Reinforce. Can you do the reinforce song for me? Reinforce. I didn't think you'd do it, but you did. That's amazing. All right, can you carry both levels? Hold it like it's a sandwich. All right, take it on back and let the glue cool down.
Like that, Mama.
Thank you, friend. Set it on down right there. Great. Here, we'll even give your feet a little taste of the glue. All right, go ahead, set it right down.
Look, I customized mine.
Oh, I love it. Reinforced. You've got to sing the song where the glue won't stick. Reinforce. Oh, nice. I love it. All right, one more reinforcement. Should do the trick. Reinforce. Watch your fingers. This stuff is hot. Yeah, get rid of that glue booger. All right, you're all set. Take it on back and let it cool. How's it going, friend? I love this. Wonderful. All right, we're gonna have you stand your friend right there, but ready? We'll give its feet some glue. Feet. All right, ready? Set it down. Right on that line. Good. All right, let me get the reinforcements ready. Reinforce. You gotta sing it. Reinforce. Number one. Whoops, careful. All right, good stuff. Lean it back a little. There we go. Reinforce. Nope. Ah, yes, so good. And just for good measure, one more reinforcement. You ready? Reinforce. Okay, ready? We'll pick it up from the bottom. All right, you can just hold it from the bottom. See if you let go of this hand and see what happens. Oh, nice. Just hold it very carefully and let the glue solidify. Thanks. Oh, that looks great. All right, so we're going to set it down just like that. All right, let me give the feet some glue. Feet. Ready? Set it down. All right, time to reinforce. Reinforce. Oh, I shredded so many pieces of cardboard to make this. It was so great. I was like, machine, I need 500 cardboard rectangles. And it said, you betcha, Chris. I'd love to. All right, let go. Hey, not bad. All right, pick it up from the bottom. Let your glue cool for a few minutes. Good stuff. Oh, I love this. All right, so our goal, eventually, we're going to set this one right down, just like that. All right, I'm going to give the feet some glue, and then you can help me set it down. Glue. Glue. All right, ready? Just make sure we don't glue down that screw. Perfect. All right, let me get you some reinforcements. Reinforce. You got to do the song, or it won't work. Ready? Reinforce. Got the next one. Reinforce. All right, ready to let go of the stand-up part? Nice! All right, just carry it gently from the base and let the glue solidify. Hey, this looks great.
Look, I customized it.
Oh, nice! You made a sweet, you totally read my mind. That was our last step.
What? Customized?
Yeah, is to add this cool little arrow. All right, so we're gonna set it down right there like those are its feet. So ready? I'm just gonna give it some glue on its feet and then we'll set it down together. Get rid of this glue booger. Okay, ready? Go ahead. Whoop. Perfect. All right, who hold it there? Let me get you some reinforcements. Reinforce. Nice. All right, there's one reinforcement. All right, this time we got to do the song or it's not going to work. Reinforce. Nice. Those are the easiest song lyrics ever. All right, 3, 2, 1, ready? Let's let go. Awesome. So yeah, just carry it from the bottom and give the glue a little while to solidify. Won't you please? Okay. Thanks. Very nice. Nice and spinny. You got it. And our feet go right onto there. All right, here's some glue for you. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There you go, friend.
Oh, you can do it.
No, nice and steady.
All right.
I'm going to get you some reinforcements here. Yes. Reinforce.
So do you have to cut out all this stuff yourself?
The robot cut out all the circles and the thin cardboard.
Like figuring out all this?
But those I handmade.
Wow.
But it was kind of fun. And then I told my coworker to do it. And he was like, this sounds great. All right, let it go. Awesome. Yeah, just hold it from the base. Let it solidify.
Nice.
Ooh, excellent craftsmanship. See, our goal is we're going to glue it on just like that. All right, so let me give you a little bit of glue to get you started. Get rid of our glue booger. There you go. If you want to set it down there. All right, and let me get you some reinforcements for the corners. Reinforcement 1. Reinforcement 2. That looks good. All right, let's let go of the upright.
Perfect.
That should do it. Yeah, just hold it from the base and that should solidify. How's it going, friend? Good, good. Hang on, I just got to reload.
You're fine. So how easy is this supposed to spin?
That should be fine, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's like spinning like a top, that's too loose. And if you really got to wrench it around, that's too tight. But it's pretty forgiving on the in-between. All right, so we'll set this down here. All right, so our goal is we're going to set it down right there. All right, let me give you some glue.
Can I take 2 for the other one?
Sure.
I'll glue it in.
Good, set it on. All right, and we'll get you some reinforcements. Reinforce.
Did you guys start at 7 or 6:30?
I think it was 6:30.
Oh, it's at 7.
Oh, no problem, I'm sorry.
No problem.
It all worked out. Three, 2, 1. Looks good. Yeah, you want 2 more?
Yep.
2 spares. Or like I said, if you want to improvise these, you could even use a half-bent paper clip. Anything that makes an L-shaped joint. Bring it on over. I love it.
This is
Nice.
really cool, thank you.
This is so much fun. All right, so we're going to set it down right on there.
All right.
A little bit of glue. A little bit more glue. Get rid of the glue boogers. All right, go ahead, set it down. Nice and gentle. Very nice. And let me get you some reinforcement pieces for the corners.
All right.
Reinforcements on number 1. And nice. On number 2. 3, 2, 1. All right, let it go. Cool. So we just hold it from the base and let that glue solidify.
Thank you very
We're on
much.
our way. Nice. Everybody got it? Oh. Sorry, make sure we can still hear. Oh, those things look fantastic. And if anybody starts to flop over, we can always double reinforce it. Oh, so great. Pat yourselves on the back and wipe your brows. You folks have been hard at work on these amazing computational devices. Okay. Whew. All All right, and they're kind of fun because you can wiggle it around. You can point it at all kinds of stuff anyway. But all right. There's one last construction step, which we'll do at the very end. And yeah, and we'll do that at the very end. But first, I want to practice on how to actually use this thing. Okay. So ideally, when we set these things up, oh, nice. If we were at the North Pole, this is what our star pointers would look like. Our main pointy axis would go up, and we could twist it around. And if you look around the outside of your blue square or blue circle, you'll notice there are some numbers, and they have times written on them. What's the biggest time you can find on that one? Go ahead.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Nice. Is there a 10 a.m.? Oh, and then there's even more. Oh yeah.
The highest I can find is 12 noon.
Oh yeah, 12 noon. And exactly on the other side from that, you'll find it says midnight. There's an entire day's worth of times around there. 24 hours worth of time. You'll never guess what happens in 24 hours.
The whole thing spins.
Yeah, the whole Earth spins. Nice. And so yeah, your star pointer has to be able to know which way the Earth is pointed so that you can figure out where stars are. So there's one turn for every 24 hours. Nice. On the outside of your green circle, you'll see some writing. What do you notice on the outside of the green circle? Oh, I'm going to pick on somebody new. What do you got?
It has numbers.
Oh, it's got some numbers. Nice. Oh, it's also got some words. Like Jan, Feb, Mar. What are those for? Oh, I bet you got a guess. You were saying one. What do you think Jan is for? Some lady named Jan? Or is it for?
Plants.
Go ahead.
January.
January. Nice job. There are days. Ah, nice. So part of using this means we're going to adjust it so that our day and our time match up. Okay. Oh, this is so cool. So what we're going to do is on our thing, we always start from the outside and we work in. And this is the hardest part of the whole thing. So you ready for it? I want you guys to hold it so that it's kind of like the base looks like in the picture, where you can read the words down here in the bottom where it says Northeast Ohio. And there's a big arrow up there that says, oh, and another arrow over there that says West. Nice. So to use this thing, we need to set it up so that east is actually east and west is actually west. No problem. We'll just pretend that in this room, your table is east and west. No problem. Now down at the very bottom of your purple square, there's these two weird lines with letters next to them, and it's very mysterious. I'm going to pick on the adults. Guess what EST and EDT are for? Right! Because humans do this goofy thing where next week we're going to adjust all the clocks to a different time for no good reason. We have to be able to adjust our Starfinder to match the clocks. So right now, thank goodness, we're using standard time, EST. So you ready for this? Oh, good. The first thing we do is we're going to turn our blue circle so that something matches what time zone we're in. Right now we're in EST. Okay. But we need to match it to where we are on planet Earth. Oh, look. Oh, but wait. Oh, we wrote on there where we are on planet Earth. We wrote our latitude and our longitude. So our longitude number, oh look, it says it on the outside of the blue circle. It says longitude. And what's our longitude number here in Northeast Ohio? Go ahead.
81.
It's about 81. So here's your challenge. You're going to hold your square steady, but rotate your blue circle until the 81 is right on the EST line. Go ahead. 81 matches EST. Or I'll be honest, as long as you get close to that 80, it's going to be really, really close.
I got it.
Nice. And I apologize. We had to make these so small. Oh, that looks pretty good. EST 80. Beautiful. EST line points to just about 80. Nice. I love it. And so, yeah, you'll find out in a week we'll have to move our thing over to the EDT line. And that's the only adjustment you make. Yeah, see? Oh, that looks wonderful. Nice. Almost there. Looking good. Oh, wait, back closer to the 80. That looks great. Nice job. Good stuff. Or if you carry this somewhere else on planet Earth, Well, it may not work as well. That's the downside. I made ours easy to build, but it won't work if you take this to Australia. Sorry.
But the time is on the same thing as the blue circle.
Oh, it is. Okay, ready? So believe it or not, we are done turning the blue circle. We don't want the blue circle to turn anymore. So what I like to do is I like to put my thumb on it so that it doesn't rotate. Go ahead, lock it down. Hold it steady. All right. Oh yeah, what about the time? The time's where we're going next. Let's pretend we wanted to use it about now, about 7 p.m. on, what's today's date? March?
7.
Close. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
7.
All right, I thought it was I'm just kidding. No, okay, yeah, it's March 7th. So, okay, on the inside, the outside of our green one, there's our dates. Oh, look, here's a March. And on the inside of our blue circle, there's times. And oh, look, 7 p.m., that'll be right near the bottom. So, like, we're done moving our blue one. Twist the green one so that 7 p.m. matches today's date, about March 7. Or, you could try March 1st. You ready? I'll hold it steady. You turn the green one. There's our 7 p.m. line. Right now it says February. We need it to say March. Give it a twist. Oh, that's pretty good. Nice. So there's March 1st, and this is about March 15th. So let's go somewhere in between. That looks pretty good, right there. Nice. All right, ready? Lock it down. We don't want the green one to turn anymore. How's yours look?
There's March 1st.
No problem. Well, here's March. And there's February. I know, it's fine print. That one right there.
March 1st right there? Okay.
So if we turn, that looks like about March 1st,
Yeah.
March 5th.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that's 7th. Like you can see, it's cardboard, so we don't need to get super precise. Like I said, it's wiggly cardboard. May I check? That looks good. Eastern 81, 7 p.m. points to middle of March. Ready? Here's 7 p.m. and right now it says February. Can you give our green thing a turn so that it says March? Looking good. So right about there. So there's the start of March. There's the end of March. There's the middle of March. That's right about where we are. Not bad. High five. All right. Hold your green down. Your green shouldn't turn and your blue shouldn't turn. Looking good. EST 81. 7 p.m., middle of March. I love it. Lock them down. Don't let the blue one or the green one turn. How's yours looking? Eastern Standard Time, 81, 7 p.m. says mid-March. I love it. Lock it all down so it doesn't spin. Whew. And so if you wanted to look at a bunch of different stars on the certain day or the certain time, you wouldn't need to spin those outside ones anymore. Oh, thank goodness. But if you wanted to look at 3 different stars at 7 p.m., that's okay. So now how are we going to find out what the coordinates are, the X and Y, the space latitude and space longitude for our stars? Go ahead.
Using the yellow.
We got the yellow pointer. Ah, nice. And I deliberately held this off until last. There's a pink sheet, which blessedly I had enough room to print in large print. Because I know we're tired of squinting at those tiny numbers. And it's got a list of stars and a few other things. I even put in things like the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters star cluster, the Andromeda galaxy, and the 2 numbers you'll need to find it. Ooh. So, all right, I'm gonna hand those out. But for our practice, there's one for you. We're gonna, right? Thanks, would you mind? We're gonna look for a certain star. My favorite star with a serious name. It is so serious, it's the brightest star you can see at night from Ohio. You'll never guess what my Sirius star is called. Do you have a guess?
Sirius.
Sirius, good work! I'm Sirius and it's Sirius. So on our Sirius, what's our right ascension, our RA, for Sirius? Sirius is way down at the bottom because they're in alphabetical order. Do you have it? What is it? 101, nice. Okay, so here's your challenge. On your base, we want to hold our blue circle steady, hold our green circle steady. Only the yellow one should spin, but we need the big pointer to point to the number 101. So just your yellow circle with your whole upright thing should turn.
Right about 100.
Yeah, right about 100. Or between 100 and 105. You know how you're getting close. Sorry, I know.
I cannot. I'm getting close.
Sorry, I know, you might want a magnifying glass. I feel really bad. I know they're small, but we had to make them that size so that we could make a bunch of them for everybody.
Got it.
Looking good.
Get it?
Yeah.
That looks great. All right, so if we've set this up, believe it or not, your straw is pointed almost right at Sirius. Somewhere. Can I pick on yours? Oh, wait, I'm going to pick on mine. Like right now, however you've got it set up, your straw will be pointed somewhere at Sirius. But Sirius could be high, it could be low. Oh man, we need another number to figure out where Sirius is in the sky. Oh, go ahead, what is it?
-17.
-17. So here, on our gold paper, we've got positive numbers and we've got negative numbers. So here's where we're going to, maybe this is where you might want to add another piece of paper, and that's why we're doing this test. We want you to turn it so that the number -17 is right underneath it. I know.
Bottom?
Yeah, and so kind of make an imaginary line from there to the bottom, you know, where it has the legs. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Can I just use this little piece of paper and put it right
Exactly what I was going to suggest, yeah. So we'd like is for imaginary point here in the middle, we want that to point to the number -17. That looks pretty good.
So I'm gonna be looking like this at the star?
Oh, hang on. But you guys might say, well, it's really hard to tell what that is. So here's my final suggestion. If you've still got your scraps around, you might want to cut yourself another triangle that'll point to there. That way you can say, okay, where it's pointing, that'll be our number. And this is why I had you set off to do it. When you are choosing where to put your triangle, I want you to set it up like this so that you can make a nice straight line all the way down to the bottom. We don't want it crooked like that or like that. As close to perpendicular as possible. And then put your pointer boop, right there. And so, like I said, so some people might need to put their pointer a little bit here, a little bit there. We want that line to be nice and straight. That's why I didn't put the pointers on for you. That looks really good. Nice. And yeah, a light color might work.
But it's pointed down.
Oh, that's fine. I know, you guys are thinking this looks a little odd. When is the star going to be down like that? Oh, nice. I love it. I love that everybody got their star pointer pointed in the right direction, the correct direction.
Even more down on yours.
Ah, well, it's pointed really far down on yours, but we need to tilt your base. Right now, we've been having everybody practice on the nice, flat, stable table. I just love saying stable table. But the truth is, we need to make sure that your star pointer is set up. Where is my picture? So that the main axle, this big stick here, it points where the Earth's axle points. You ever notice when they put globes on a stick, the stick is always tilted? You ever heard that the Earth is tilted compared to the rest of the sky? Yeah! What we need is, I love in this one, it's a huge giant stick. In ours, we need this stick to point right where the Earth's axis points, towards a certain star that's always in the north. You'll never guess what it's called.
North Star.
The North Star! So you're right, if your thing is flat like this, it won't point at the star until we tilt it. Ah. So, we need to make a tilt to the bottom of your star pointer, and that is the very last step. Nice. But because we had to do this last, otherwise we wouldn't have had room to put the other things together, that's why I've left it off till here. What we're gonna do is if you come to the back, we're gonna give you these nice tilted pieces of cardboard, and we're gonna attach them to the bottom so that your base always sits just like this on this finished star pointer. Ah, nice. So you notice like we're here where it's saying Sirius was pointed down. Once we tilt it, oh, it's pointed up at the sky. Nice. So we just need to tilt your bottom piece. Oh, nice. All right, you guys ready for this? All right, same deal as before. It's gonna involve the glue gun and some tape, so I'll meet you at the back. This is gonna rule. You guys are the best. And then we're all finished. You guys are tremendously good sports. All right, you ready? Do you want tape or glue? Tape. All right, you ready? All right. Step number 1 is a piece of tape. Step number 2, ready? We put it on the back, just like that. All right, you gonna hold that one? And a second piece of tape. Right here. You ready for this? Then we need to take Angle piece number 1. And tape it on. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, so great. Look at that. And it sits on the bottom. Can you hold that, please? All right, and our next one goes right here. Look at that! Now it has feet, and it has the right tilt. You're all set! Thanks, thanks. All right, glue? Sure. All right, flip it upside down. All right, I just want to make sure I'm not doing this sideways. All right. Number 1. Oh, sorry. Thank you again. All righty. This is going to be so great. Watch your fingers because this stuff is hot. All right, do you mind holding that right up here? And I'll get your second piece on there. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. You are all set. All right, let it cool.
Smashing.
Nice, I love it. Thank you. You guys are good sports. All right, do you mind holding it just like that? I don't want to put these on the wrong side. All righty. Pair glue. Watch your thumb. And you might be asking, what is this angle we're tilting it towards? Well, it's similar to our latitude, which is about 41 degrees. Oh, right, we printed that on the front. Ah. So instead of making you cut out a bunch of pieces of cardboard that are 41 degrees tilted, ta-da! There you go. And if you want to reinforce that later, you can always glue it down to a paper plate or something. I love it. Thank you. You ready?
Yep.
Hold it upside down, just like this. And we'll give it 2 feet. All right, ready? Watch your fingers. This stuff is hot. All right, do you mind holding that one up here? Great. And I'll get this one. So I was like, robot, I need a bunch of these with a 49-degree angle. Great. All right, hold it up here so it's not hot. Perfect. You're all set. Lovely.
I want to get this tape off so I can make it a triangle.
What's that? Oh, that there? Sure. This part here? Mm-hmm. We should be able to do that. We'll make the triangle replacement in a moment. Do you mind if we attach your feet while I've got you here? Mm-hmm. There you go. I'll hang on to that. All right, ready? Do you mind holding it right where my fingers are? Good stuff. All right, watch your fingers. This glue is hot. All right, can you hold it up here so that it stays? Beautiful, thank you. All right, last one. All right, you are all set. Thanks. Ready for your feet?
Yep.
Thanks,
I don't know if
thanks.
this is right because I can't read. I didn't bring my glasses.
Oh, no, it's all right. Yeah, and then in the dark, it's even trickier. I know. We had to make them
That
small.
was close. I think, okay.
That looks good. It's about, like I said, 81. Good. 7 p.m., mid-March. About 1:01 for Sirius. And I think I did the bumping there, so that was my
No,
fault.
it's all good.
About 1:01. There. That looks about right. All right, if you hold it just like that, we're going to put 2 feet on these sides. Give you a little glue here, and then you folks are all set. And number 1. All right, do you mind holding it up there so we don't burn our fingers? Because, man, this stuff is like napalm.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
All right. Wonderful. You're all set.
Thank you.
Thanks for waiting. You ready for your feet? Come on over.
You want?
Sure.
That's top.
All right. So flip it around. Pinch it right where I'm pinching it. All right, we're going to put your 2 feet on these sides. Good stuff. Foot number 1.
Yes, it looks like
Foot. All right, do you mind holding it up there? Watch out, that glue is hot. More glue. And hot glue is the best, but it always burns me. And foot number 2. There you go. All right, let it cool. I love this. Wonderful. All right, ready? So we'll flip this upside down. Can you? Oh, nice job, Lucy. Can you pinch right here where my thumb is? Because we're going to put the feet right there. All right, foot number 1. Ready? Watch your fingers. Wonderful. Could you hold it up here? Just so it doesn't burn your fingers. All right, hold that steady. We'll get you your second foot. 2 feet. There you go. You're all set. Just let that cool. Thanks for waiting. You're all set. You ready?
Yep.
All
I
right.
hadn't been paying attention what to do.
No problem. Just pinch it here where my fingers are. We're going to put 2 feet on there. Right.
Sure.
One after the other. It comes out faster if you do the gross glue noises. Do you mind holding that there?
I don't
Just
mind.
watch out. That glue is hot.
Yep.
All right. Foot number 2. And this will automatically hold it at the other angle. But if you want, you can glue it down to a paper plate so that it doesn't fly away. That's what I did with mine. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
All right, wonderful. You're all set?
Yeah.
All right, ready? We'll just flip it upside down. Can you pinch it right where my... Oh, I like that you put your names on them. Good thinking. All right, put some glue on this foot. And these are tilted to match our latitude. There you go. If you want to hold that steady, please. Wonderful. Watch out, that glue's hot. Foot number 2. Oh, nice. There you go. You're all set. Just let that cool. Oh, no. Should we do the glue? The glue's a lot stronger than the tape. Sorry, I'm just going to peel off the tape. Go away, tape. That's the good thing with this blue tape, is it peels off easily. All right, ready? We're going to flip this around. All right, and we'll put on our 2 feet. So great. It's going to be so much fun. All right, watch out. This glue is hot. All right, do you want to grab it up here where my fingers? That way we won't burn our fingers. Beautiful, wonderful. That looks like a good foot. And then we need a second foot on this side. All right, great. Just hold it still and let it cool down. Oh, my goodness. Phew. So wipe your brows. Oh, no. Ready to stand it up? There we go. Good stuff. You guys are amazing. Pat yourselves on the back one final time. Oh, good stuff. So, if nothing else, this makes us really appreciate just how hard those computers are working when you hold your smartphone up and it tells you where those stars are. Because it knows what time zone you're in, what the day and the time is, and it uses its compass to try and guess which way you're pointing. And if you've ever used one of those star phone pointers next to power lines or something, you know how easy it is to fool that compass. Aha. That's why it might never...
Used to work in our old house, now we moved, and there's like a bunch of power lines at the end of the street.
See? This is...
It never works at the new house.
Now you can win bets with your easily impressed friends. You can pull out your cardboard one and it'll totally work when your magnetic one doesn't. Be like, our Amish made one works. Nice. So you guys are awesome. Pat yourselves in the back one last time. And like I said, in case you didn't memorize every procedure that I just said, no problem. On the other side of your pink sheet, step by step, every step that we go through to find it. And it's kind of cool. And then if you want, our one last piece of paper is a map of the whole sky, in case you want to know what some of these stars are. Like, you might not know off the top of your head that Aldebaran, that star, is the red eye of Taurus the bull. Or that Betelgeuse and Rigel are part of Orion. Those are all good ones that you can look for here in March. Or you might want to try Regulus, which is in a certain constellation that always makes me think about Mufasa. I'll give you guys that hint. See if you can find it on your charts later on. So yeah, I'll put this one right here by the door if you want to grab your star maps to go with you. And you guys are fantastic and amazing. If your star map, I know we said we would be done by 7:30 and I went a little late. Thanks for being good sports. Oh, nice. If you're 100% satisfied with your star pointer, that's awesome. Good. If yours needs a little last minute repairs or reinforcement, you can meet me back here and we'll touch it up. But these all look pretty strong and sturdy. Nice stuff. No, thank you. And if you guys want to, right now they're kind of bland. They're just kind of brown cardboard, or some of them are white cardboard. If you want to make them look glamorous, that's up to you. I think aluminum foil makes cardboard really look good. If you want, you can add a few extra pieces of cardboard, like in between the feet, to help make it stronger too. Or my favorite thing is if you glue the whole thing onto a giant paper plate. Oh, so much easier to use when it sits down nice and flat. Oh, good stuff. But yeah, you get
To decorate the paper plate.
exactly, and then make it your own. I love it. Well, thanks again. You guys are the best. Oh, I love it. Thanks for coming out. Yeah.
Maybe this has to be on.